We've certainly seen it in the housing market. But look, we still have a good, healthy labor market. Consumer spending remains quite robust. We've seen strong industrial production. I don't see any signs that the economy is at risk of a downturn. And this is the best of all worlds, to see continued strength in the economy, a good, strong labor market, and inflation moving down. And that is what we're seeing.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, guys, I told you in 2023 in the first quarter, we would get an event. And now we have the banking collapse, which the master magicians pulled off the perfect distraction. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, guys, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, the markets will still pump and dump until we get that next crisis. Guys, we know they're going to pull that rug. And all we have to do is watch the Fed to know exactly when that's about to happen. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, guys, we have Bitcoin and crypto up over 2%. And then also we have the stock market slightly up. And guys, we know why. That's right, Jerome is in the house. And unlike Janet Yellen, guys, when we look at this economy, we can see it crumbling. The only reason why the stock market is up because we know the Fed is funding it. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, we have a crypto whale trades 150 million in ETH call options. So he's betting that ETH is going to soar. Guys, we don't have to bet. We don't have to guess why, because we follow the Fed. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates up. We have the dollar slightly pulling back, but still strong. We have volume and crypto up. And then, of course, guys, we have Tether and USDC. And then we have the Fed. On Friday, the repo was 1.4 trillion. Guys, make sure you're pulling the repo on a daily basis. And we know Janet Yellen is using the repo in order to put those federal retirement funds back. And guys, she clearly stated out her mouth she doesn't see any downturn to the market except for real estate. Guys, we see the downturn in all sectors. 2 years ago, we had Jerome Powell state that Americans had over $2 trillion in savings. Guys, that is now down to $190 billion. Yes, you heard that correct. Credit card debt is over $1 trillion. And we know what the word consume means, to eat yourself up. And that's what Americans are going to continue doing. They're going to continue on spending. They're going to continue on running those credit cards up. But that doesn't mean they're not broke. And then on top of it, guys, we have the auto worker strike. And we know when it comes to a strike, it's just not going to hurt the employees. It's going to hurt all the businesses around it. And we know when they do get back to work, then it takes a long time to get things back ramped up. And we all heard what Trump stated. These cars are now going to be made in China. And we know he's not lying. And then, guys, we know we have Jerome in the house. The Fed meeting starts tomorrow. Jerome will be speaking on the 20th, which is Wednesday. And you know I'm going to be bringing you that video. But we already know what the Fed is going to say. They're going to be data dependent, which we know, guys, all these central banks are moving in lockstep in order to destroy this legacy market so the fourth industrial revolution can rise. Whether robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. Now we have Kazakhstan develops a CBDC in partnership with Binance, hopes to set it live in 2025. And guys, we know all these central banks are either going to have a stable coin or CBDC, programmable money in order to tell you what, where, and when and how to buy. And you have 3 to 6 months to spend it or poof, it's gone. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget about Grayscale sending about $21.9 billion on Friday. Now, getting over into a little crypto news. We have Binance.US exchange volume slumps amid crisis. And eventually, guys, we're going to see more and more consolidation with these exchanges. Remember, exchanges are nothing but banks. Now we have Scaramucci Skybridge leads bidding for Silicon Valley Bank venture arm SVB Capital. And again, guys, we're going to have more consolidation in the space. We know this was a plan. We saw the banking crisis late last year, running into early this year, blamed on crypto. But guys, we know it was planned from the beginning. Now we have more consolidation in Bitcoin mining. We have Hut 8 receives green light from Canada Supreme Court for US BTC merger. And guys, do not forget US BTC was able to buy Celsius mining assets. And guys, with this HUD 8 and USBTC merger, they're going to be listed on a Canadian stock exchange. So what is a crypto teacher? Follow the money. I'm not your financial advisor, not financial advice. Please do your own research. Now we have the new Avalanche D-app lets traders swap hundreds of different tokens in a single transaction. And guys, remember, whoever makes things seamless is the winner. Now we have Ben Armstrong, the old Bitboy crypto, dismissed from FTX case. He was dismissed from the movie. And then lastly, guys, we have Coinbase's Brian Armstrong says the FTX crypto liquidation sale is unlikely to cause market shock. And guys, we know this is all the Fed needs to pull off the magic trick. We have the Bankman's trial. We have them selling the assets. We have Mt. Gox. We have another potential shutdown October 31st. And we know anytime you're selling hundreds of millions of crypto assets at one time, unless you have someone like the exchanges buying them up, it's going to create a shock. But we know the master magicians are ready to pull off that magic trick. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Drama Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Drama Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Drama Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.